Well, good evening, internets. It's me, DP Knudten, with another edition of my 301-day journey from I Should Really Do This to Done, called BOOKWARD BOUND. It's all about me getting my sorry butt back down in my chair to work on a brand new book so I can have a brand new one for the upcoming year, 2021. And the goal is to actually do 301 consecutive live streams every single day for 301 days so that I can get the book done by December 31st of 2020. And the goal so that I can then upload, hold on, so then I can upload said book on the very next day, January 1st, 2021. Yeah, it's a bit of a trek, a bit of a task, but I'm happy to say that today is September 21st, a Monday. Well, guess what? I started this whole thing on a Friday in March, on March 5th. So since then, it's been 199 consecutive days, with the exception of 2 days where I was sick as a dog. But I'm going to have to make up those days because I do want to absolutely make this 301 consecutive days actually consecutive. But anyway, I'm writing a book and I'm doing it in real time with your help or with your peer pressure, which is a form of help because, believe me, for someone like me who's a little bit of gadfly, fly over here, shiny object, squirrel, shiny object, squirrel, shiny squirrel, object, squirrel. I need a little bit of kick in the pants to actually focus on stuff. So what I've been doing tonight is taking a look at the book where it stands now, and I'm going to take you on over to the application I'm using. It's called Scrivener, to actually write this book. And I'm looking at the various sections here, and the color coding goes like this. Green means, or a green flag means it's totally done, it's proofed, it's everything except final proofed, which will actually happen in Microsoft Word because that's where I'm going to do the fine tuning on the formatting of things and add an index and stuff like that. The blue flags mean, yeah, this section's pretty much written, but it needs to be proofed and edited before it's worthy of the green flag of completeness. That over here you'll see a red flag and a picture of a bird call in there. And this section has not been written at all. Consequently, it's got a red flag. And then over here you've got a yellow flag, which means this section's been started, has been started to be written, but it isn't necessarily finished yet. And I want to see where I am on this, actually, because this might be a good place to try to finish this. I'm going to read this last paragraph aloud because one of my techniques, and this is kind of maybe goofy, but not really, because it really, really works. In order to see if a sentence is smooth for me, I read things aloud and then make note of where I stumble or I get confused or things just aren't really fine polished, because that's a perfect indication that the sentence needs to be rewritten, or maybe a different word choice needs to be done, or a mistake has been made in spelling, grammar, or formatting, something like that. Because I like the sentences to be read musically. And music exists out here in the air, not on paper. So what does it sound like out here in the air? So I'm going to read this last thing. And a few pages, personally. And I'm not amused by the look at me style of gimmicky showmanship. And that's what it... Hold on. I'll show you where I am. I'm right here. And that's what it really all comes down to. And that's what it really comes down to. I don't need the all in there. And that's what it really comes down to. If it looks and feels like a gimmick, it is. And gimmicks are great for the kind of inauthentic salesmanship that sells lottery tickets and timeshares, but not so much personal brands. But as I said above, it's all a matter of taste. If you were in a crowded room filled with people you'd like to meet, Have you created a personal brand package that enables others to not only see but recognize you, then encourage them to cross the room and say hello? If not, you're missing out on the chance to engage with future friends, colleagues, buyers, and evangelists for your brand. So how do you take advantage of this powerful yet poorly understood aspect of personal branding? Let me show you my glasses. And then it goes right into this next, which is all about my glasses, which look like that. And I think I can give this a change icon to blue flag, which means it needs to be proofed. 670 words. That's good, because that's kind of an intro. This group, 1,417 words. This is one of the things I love about Scrivener. It gives you a running tally down here of how many words are going on. And if you click on it, it'll give you even more information. One of my favorites is average sentence length, which for me averages right around 15 words a sentence. I don't know what it is, but that's what I do. I guess I've got a 15-word brain. No comment. Thank you. No comments, please. All right. Working here. J Bear. A pension for plaid. Let's size him down a little bit. Scale image. Let's go 250, I think is what I've been doing. And let me see what that comes out to. 288 DPI. Yeah, that's pretty good. I can probably get a higher res version of that, which I won't worry about right now. All right, so this section, discovering and demonstrating your completely true, completely you brand. No matter what you do, there's only one person in the world who has your unique combination of experience, expertise, professionalism, and personality. That gives you a truly singular voice that is worth hearing from. Have you begun sharing that voice yet? Is it packaged in such a way that people exposed to it will be attracted to you, enticed to engage, and with a little luck become part of your personal, professional universe? If not, let's get your personal brand figured out and shouting out to a world just waiting to hear from you. Figured out. I think I need to give it M dashes. My favorite piece of punctuation is an M dash, which is the width of an M, consequently the name. And I can give this, yay, a blue flag. Change icon to blue flag. Forget apps, focus on mastery. Yeah, review and recommendation is really kind of a... These are just notes to self to flesh this out. Curation is business. Single. Entity. Rather than a best of list. Yeah, editing. I don't know if that's right. All right, moving on. Looking. Is she at about 250? No. 250. Maybe let's go 250 on that one. Oops. So let's go. Let's go 235. Okay. Demonstrating your brand. Need to write that. I don't like that, so we'll get rid of it. So Paul Raimondo, gonna interview him. Richard Moore, I can pull from. Stelzner, need to get. Andy, I'm gonna have him on the podcast again. I could Andy pull quotes. Yeah. Actually, he's my branding under umbrella, which might be too big. Let's I'm going to have him on again, and I want to talk about that goes 2.5. What's the difference? That's what I'll do. I'll take this. Pull quote from new NFB episodes. All right, so that needs to go back to yellow because there's plenty more that needs to be done there. What's your flagship content cascade? Personal brand, power tools. Content chemistry, what's it called? The full name. J-Bear. Yeah. Yeah. I need to read that book. Sorry. So sorry. Where am I? Okay, I don't know. I don't get people. I don't get people. What's your flagship? I could write any of these pretty quickly. Dun, 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 dun. Mm-hmm. Let's go. Back in the days of sale. Flagship was typically the test ship in a flotilla that carried the admiral of the squadron. That carried the admiral and served as the communications hub for the entire PC-born operation. Back in the days of sail, a flagship was typically the mighty ship of flotilla that carried the admiral, the admiral charge of the operation and served as the command control and communications hub for the entire seaborne operation. Whenever the admiral wanted the group to change direction, he'd run up a series of colorful flags to signal the entire group what the maneuver was and when to initiate it. It was the flagship was where everything started. The flagship was where everything began, and its communications determined every aspect of that squadron's movement. Hey, Don. Woot woot. Oh, man. It's nice to see Don Stanley popping in there with a thumb up. I appreciate that, brother. And its communications determined every aspect of that squadron's movement. So, when it comes to you and your social media operations and your personal brands, social media operations, what's your flagship? What I'm really asking is for you, where does it all start? The written word. The beautiful photo. The enthralling podcast. The provocative how about the educational video? Some combination of all the above. All done. Created and posted at the same time. I certainly hope not. Fewer better. Fewer better. I haven't written about that yet, but I did there. As a proponent of the fewer better doctrine. See earlier in the book, comma, truly believe starting in one channel, starting in focusing on the one best for your voice channel is far more effective than casting, than throwing bunch of par-cooked spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks. That said, just because you started on your best channel doesn't mean it ends there. I've got two. All right. Excuse me. I think, yeah, it's been on 30 minutes. I think I might be done for today. Yeah, because I need to think about this. I got a lot of cleaning up done tonight. Obviously more to do. I've got some new sections to think about and write, but that's okay because I'm still feeling good about it. I just want to grab a quick word count, which I can do by grabbing everything from title page all the way through bio, highlighting it, and it tells me 55,191 words, which is cool. All right, what's your so what's your flagship? That will get an icon changed to a yellow for, hey dude, you've started it, but you haven't finished it. And I certainly have not finished it. But I at least got it started. So, cool. Because here's the thing. I still have 103 days left on this whole task, this whole journey with BOOKWARD BOUND. After all, because BOOKWARD BOUND is 301 days from I should really do this to done. So if I've got actually 103 days left, I don't need to be killing myself on this, but I do need to keep working on this. And the worst way for me to keep working on this is by burning out on any individual night. So I've been down here, let's see, 32 minutes, which is not terribly long. But I got significant work done tonight, and I'm feeling okay about that, so I'm going to end it. Cool. I'm DP Knudten for the Nonfiction Brand Podcast. A brand new episode came out today, episode 109, featuring Don Stanley, who's a instructor at the University of Wisconsin-Madison's Life Sciences Communications Department. And we talk about everything from the Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, to the author of the Book of Five Rings, Musashi Miyake, or whatever his name is, the samurai Bushido writer from the 17th century, and also how he's taking up jujitsu to get himself centered and recenter and ground him as he seeks to move forward into this brave new phase of his life. And cool guy, love talking to him. He's always great. And the first of 2 episodes aired today, and will be wherever you get your fine podcasts for free. And he'll also be on next week's episode, so that's 2 episodes in a row you should definitely check out. What episodes are those? Those are episodes of the Nonfiction Brand Podcast, which is my podcast, comes out every Monday, as I said, and you can get it wherever fine podcasts are free. Just search Nonfiction Brand. Look for this image, the black image with the Nonfiction Brand stacked and my black and white photo, and you'll know you're on the right place. You'll know you're at the right place, and you'll know you're listening to the right podcast when you hear the dulcet tones of my voice inviting you to enjoy the Nonfiction Brand Podcast. That's it for me tonight. I will see you tomorrow, but until then, theme music. Take us on out. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.